Hi there, welcome to this week's edition of the Heart of a Youth Leader podcast. It's great to have your company. If you find these podcast episodes useful, please do like and subscribe in whatever way you can on the various platforms that you may be watching or listening to this to. It just helps to, it encourages us at Thrive that these are useful, but it also helps it become easier to discover for other people, so I'm told. So there's one thing I'm thinking about today, and that is something that you will have done if you're not listening to this as you're just waking up in the morning, and that is you would have got dressed. At least I hope. Most of us have got dressed today. And it's, how do you choose what to wear? It's beautiful sunshine at the moment as I speak and record this, and it's like, oh wow, what's not going to be too hot to wear, which is an unusual dilemma to have when we live in the middle of England. And you choose, well, maybe is it shorts or jeans? Is it shirt, t-shirt, shirt or jumper or whatever kind of day? What am I going to put on? And it's made me think, how do we know what we should put on each day for our faith? What should we clothe ourselves for the day ahead in a faith perspective? And there's two things that come to me around this issue, is both from the Apostle Paul in his epistles in the New Testament. There's two things that came to mind. In Colossians chapter 3, verse 12, he says, "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience." We're going to come back to that in a minute, but it's clothe yourself with these things. And of course, we probably think of the armour of God in Ephesians chapter 6 with the putting on the armour of God, when he says, put on the full armour of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. And it's when I think about these things of putting on the armour, clothing ourselves with these characteristics of Christ, too often as Christians, I think we think these things are just going to come to us. It's like, the longer I live following Jesus, the more I'm going to be patient, the more gentle I'm going to become, the more compassionate I'm going to become. And yet Paul is saying, be active in this. If you want to be more compassionate, you need to put compassion on. It's like, just as you choose to put the t-shirt on this morning, or just as you choose to put your socks on, choose to put on compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And it's a great way to start the day. It's like, this is the day I'm going to be patient. So I'm going to put the patience dress on, going to put the patience jumper on. And we're choosing to put them on because I am part of God's chosen people, and we are holy. We are set apart for Jesus. We are set apart for God, and he dearly loves us. So I'm choosing to model him because I'm part of his family. So today, whatever this day looks like, I am going to choose to be kind. I am going to choose to be humble, not promoting myself, not standing up when people get a wrong impression of who I am, not getting put out when someone says something that is not fair about me. I'm not going to promote myself, I'm going to promote Jesus. And I'm choosing right at the start of the day. What happens when that happens throughout the whole day, and what happens throughout the whole week and the whole month and the whole year when we purposefully choose to put these things on, is we start to see these things as Paul describes as the fruit of the Spirit at work in our lives. And it's like we're not forcing patience, but we're choosing purposefully to allow patience to grow in us. We can't force, the apple tree can't force apples out. It only comes when the apple tree is healthy, when all the nutrients are right, the environment's right, the watering's right, the heat and the sunshine is right. The tree produces the fruit. And it's the same with us. When the nutrients are right, when the environment is right, when we're reading scripture, when we're waiting on the Lord, when we're praying, when we're meeting to worship with others, the fruit starts to appear. But we can still put these things on in the meantime. I'm not You might think, I'm not very kind. Therefore, today I'm choosing to put on kindness. So purposefully going around the day thinking, how can I be kind in this situation? Going to this meeting, how can I be kind in this meeting? Maybe I should take something to this meeting. Or maybe I should be kind by giving my full attention to the person I'm meeting with or the people maybe I should be kind by not being the first person to speak in this meeting. Or maybe I should be kind by going, actually, I'm going to be the first person to speak because no one ever speaks. And it's choosing, what does kindness look like in this situation? Or as I drive to work, I'm going to choose to let everybody out. Whenever there's someone waiting in a side road, I'm going to choose to be kind to let them in. Might not be kind for the people behind you, but it makes an awful difference to the person waiting to come in. And I don't know, it's silly things, but it's trying to think purposefully about, how can I be kind? How can I be kind? What would be kind today? What would be kind? Maybe if you're married, is choosing to cook the meal for a change, or choosing to do whatever chore your spouse has got for them so that they don't have to do it. What is it for your best friend that you could do today? Or what is it for the person that you least like that you meet today that you could do to be kind? We need to clothe ourselves with these things because Jesus walked around full of compassion, full of kindness, full of humility, full of gentleness, and full of patience. And I want to be like Jesus. So I want to replicate him until I become more like him. It's like the daughter who as a child wears her mum's high heels. They don't fit at all, and it's ridiculous, but it's so cute because she wants to be like her mum. And then she grows into the teenager and grows into the adult and can wear the same high heels or whatever shoes. But it's that thing of, they don't fit yet, but I'm going to try them on. Humility doesn't fit yet, but I'm going to try it on. And it may look a bit ridiculous. It may look a bit forced because this is not who I am, but it's who I want to become, who I want to grow in. So remind ourselves, Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Try and memorize it. Someone gave it, one of my team gave it to me as a verse this week saying, Andy, I think this is for you. And I was like, that's amazing, because we had that at our wedding. And now the person who gave it to me is just getting ready for their wedding. It's like, oh, what's God doing? It's so exciting when that happens. Remember, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. How do we help our young people to put these clothes on each day? Just as you get dressed, purposefully remember these 5 things: compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience. I'm putting them on today because I want to be like Jesus, and I want to live in a way that others see Jesus through me. Let's do that, and let's see the difference it makes. Have a great week. Go for it.